Christian, what did you think of Army Men Sarge's Heroes for the N64?
Isn't this game just a joy, Tucker?
Teen Hood! Yes, it is. Go on. Eddie's.
I don't know. I think it's kind of impressive as a third-person shooter proof of concept on the Nintendo 64 console.
Yeah.
It seems like it could have been a decent tech demo for what the console is capable of, as far as shooting bad guys is concerned.
Okay, yeah. Like we can make a functional game on our system? Sure.
Yeah. Not necessarily a fun one.
No.
Could have used a couple more iterations, or maybe just wait. Just don't put it out.
Okay. Just have it to show people like dumb rubes who come to the studio and you're like, check this out. This is what video games are now.
Yeah. You wait, you hold it back, and then the GameCube comes out, and then you're like, whoa, we got this game good to go. It'll run at 60 frames per second, and we have a C-stick now. Go.
Well, yeah, because the N64 only has one thumbstick, right? So there's like no aiming involved unless you want to stand still and point your little gun. But
that's awful.
When I point my little gun, I usually have more fun than I had playing Army Men Sarge's Heroes for the N64. You play as Sarge, right?
Yeah. Sergeant Hawk.
Sergeant Hawk, that's right. And I don't think this has aged well at all in terms of portrayal of World War II.
Oh, sure.
It feels like it's going for like the whatever that Marvel comic of the soldiers is, where it's like, we got a ragtag group of everyone's a specialist and they're all going to go into World War II and fight funny, Nazis or whatever. But this is all like the guys from Toy Story.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not fun.
It's fun when they're actually toys and they're not just like a way of getting milsim stuff into a kid's hands because it's toys that are doing it.
I have never heard that word before and I love it. Yeah, like tabletop, like hexes.
There you go.
Like,
of course.
Panzer Simulator board game from 1992. Relive the Cold War. Okay, sure.
It starts out as just bog standard military thing. Yeah. There's an army base that's being blown up, and then you got to get out of the army base.
Right. And none of the scale is there. It's all like, you're a person in an environment and it's built to your size. And it's like, this is just World War II.
Yeah. Generic building barracks that are copy and pasted 12 times.
Yes.
And they're everywhere, so the frame rate's awful.
Oh, that frame rate's crazy. And there's an option to turn the resolution up.
There is.
I don't know what that means.
I did higher because I was like, sure, let's see how good this thing can look. Right. And then it ran so bad. So bad. Yeah. And the game would freeze sometimes, and I would have to just kind of play with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
Just be like, okay, keep moving forward, and I might get to where I want to be eventually.
Oh. Yes.
Awful. And then I changed it the next mission to normal.
Right.
The only other setting, and I'm not sure it was any better.
No, and it doesn't look different.
It doesn't.
It doesn't run different necessarily, as far as I can tell. It's just like,
same here.
Is it just like that was enough for people back then? Just this placebo effect where it's just like, oh, it's crazy. No other game lets me do this. Thanks, Army Men Sarge's Heroes.
Yeah. Just having the option would probably, it's enough psychologically to
You're just like,
make it think it's bad.
Man, this looks so good on my 13-inch CRT with built-in VHS player. Whoa.
Right? You go to the playground and be like, did you enable high resolution mode? Dude, this game looks amazing.
If you put this cheat code in, dude, Vicky is naked, dude. It's crazy.
Everything with Vicky is just uncomfortable. I don't like any of it.
Let's talk about Vicky.
Yeah.
So everyone in this game is a toy man.
Yep. That is completely one color, skin included.
Right, but there's like racism where it's like the greens are against the tans or against the grays. The grays are the neutral party.
Yeah, who are enslaved.
right, and turned into spiders.
Yes, and then there's the blues who are all spies, I guess, by necessity. I don't know.
Vicky. Oh, Vicky's like a person, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The women of this universe, of which you only see one, have skin tone because they didn't want people being aroused by green people. I don't know. Like, what's the thought process there?
She's the daughter of one of the Green Army Men commander guys.
Not you, notably. No, not you, right. The player. You. Thank you. Right. Okay.
Romance. Right. Intrigue.
Yeah, she's like a
on the battlefield. And she has to use her
Wiles.
Assets.
Oh my God.
To keep Plastro appeased.
Plastro. Oh, that's disgusting. But that leads into the only thing I like about this game, which is this insane lore that's happening here, where there's these like styrofoam cups that are these whirling portals between like the in-universe war that's happening and the real world, where they're toys because they are toys.
Right.
But it's such a weird, like, Toy Story didn't have this problem. No. You know, they were just military men, and then their battlefield is the bedroom. Just like mine. And in this game, it's like separated, but I don't understand why.
Yeah, and it breaks down at all. It's not like they have any deeper explanation behind any of this. No. There's just portals everywhere. And then the yellow bad guys were like, we don't want anyone to find out about them. Uh-oh, they found out about them. They're going to blow them up now.
Right.
But they're so huge. How did they get there? Right. Where did they come from? That's not explained at all. They're just there. And then you walk through them, and then they teleport you somewhere. But for some reason, like at the end of the game, you have to hurry up and get through the other side of the portal before it blows up. And you do. And everyone else is just waiting on the other side of the portal. They're like, oh, I hope he gets through okay.
Well, that's the whole thing, right? The whole game is you one at a time rescuing your team, but then they don't join you. It's not like freedom fighters or something. It's just like, you rescued Hoover, and now Hoover is somewhere else doing something. And God bless you, Sergeant Hawk. I don't know.
Yeah, it's bizarre because there's cutscenes in between where stuff happens. Like Vicky gets kidnapped.
Right.
She has to, stay alive or whatever. And she finds out their plans, and then you get their plans. But the missions are still just, oh, we need to rescue this guy. Oh, we need to rescue this guy. Right. Oh, get in that base and rescue this guy.
Right.
That's every mission. And so every mission is just a bad escort thing where you find the guy, get to the guy, and then hope the pathfinding doesn't break. But it does
every time. And it's always like, cut the power to the electrical fence and then go into and it's just the same thing over and over.
Right. Why copy and paste that? Like, that was a cool idea for like the first time. And the electrical fence power is a big power strip with nothing plugged into it, which I guess is fine.
It was a different time.
Yeah. But it's just that 3 to 4 more times.
But then there's these moments, and it's always in the real world. It's never in World War II land.
Yep.
Where I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. I like the bathtub.
Yeah. I don't know what that real world stuff, dude. Something about it. Something about playing Roblox Arsenal on that map.
Yep.
Хорошо, you got him.
With the kitchen sink and the cupboard up top and to snipe down from, dude. It's something about it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, it's the only at all interesting or like
absolutely.
Just completely generic boilerplate bottom of the barrel. Like, who in no other context would I sit down and play like an N64 third person shooter? Because Jesus, that's horrible.
Yeah. It's got camera problems.
Yeah, it sure does.
And I thought it wouldn't because the camera like kind of follows you. It's just slow. It's very slow to actually look where you're looking.
Right.
Which is the problem.
Right.
And I don't think there's any reset camera so that it's right behind you button. The closest I got was the first person button.
That's what I did.
In order to do that.
Jam on
so, I would have to like smack into first person and then get back out of first person. And that would inevitably cause the frame rate to just chug down to a crawl. And I would get shot 4 times before I could actually look at the guy I wanted to shoot.
But if you're at all like me, you never actually shot anyone in that first person view.
Yes.
Because that's a nightmare.
It is, yeah.
So you would just rely on this auto aim that is horrible until it's like really good.
Right.
Like he's got to like key in on the guy, and then it's like, oh, I don't even have to play this game anymore. Totally. But until that, it's just like I'm just getting exploded from off screen constantly, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, and you'll have to finagle it a bit. Like maybe you'll be on an incline or something, and so the auto aim will be broken. So you got to get on a flat plane in order to get it to work right, and then you're good.
This is one of those games where it's just like no one's ever going to play this game again.
Like, sure. In theory, you could use the first person stuff to like shoot from long range, right?
Yeah.
Like you get snipers and stuff, and you could take guys out from long range, and you'll be good.
Yeah.
But the guys spawn in so close to you. They don't come. They don't spawn into the map until you're running forward, and then bloop, they'll just show up right in front of you.
Yeah.
And now there's guys.
Yeah. It's like zones, it feels like, where it's like, I walk into this area, and there's no recon because you have to be in the area for the enemies to appear. And it's just like, and they know where you are, and they just shoot you off screen, and then you almost die, and you get the health pickup. It says party time.
Rinse, repeat.
We're just so spoiled now with like mission variety and like, I don't know. And like every mission just gives you all the weapons in the first like 2 minutes. And then you just have to like, and there's no checkpoints in the mission. So it's just like do this whole thing over again.
Yeah, that's rough. This game's brutal, dude. You got to pray those tanks or those helicopters don't just melt through you, dude.
The tanks are almost kind of exciting because you can figure out how they work. And then they're just like, you don't have to deal with them. They're kind of this like roaming presence. Yeah. That you kind of know where they are. Whereas all the people, it's just, maybe he's right behind me. There were so many instances where I would like run and I thought I killed everybody. And then I'm just like dying. And I turn around and there's just a bad guy standing right next to me. Just shooting me. And I didn't know he was there because it seems like the stereo channels are messed up or something. The right's coming from the left. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it was like very binary. The audio was like it'll either do the left or the right or something like that. And so if they're like slightly to the left, it'll just play the whole noise through the left channel or something like that.
What was your favorite part of this game?
It wasn't having to sneak around the bases and then getting spotted. So 3 more guys popped out.
Or like 2 doors with levers for each door.
Yep, levers for each door.
What's going on there?
I don't know. I had lots of escort pathfinding problems with those 2 doors. My goodness. And you have to line yourself up just right with those levers.
I don't have a lot to say about Armin Men Sarge's Heroes, to be honest with you. I think it's a poor game.
It's poor?
I don't think it looks very good. I don't think it plays very well. I don't think the story is interesting. I don't think there's a lot of character development. There's no small boy character for you to lead around and act as your sort of foil, you know?
That's true.
There's Hoover. Party time.
I love how first mission is escaping a base that just blowed up. And then second mission is you helicoptering over some random city and you see a big blue tank in the city.
That's a spy.
Like, that's a spy. We got to get down there and get information out of him.
Yeah. That's how you find out about portals.
What spy goes around in a big blue tank?
Well,
that's one way to get spotted easy.
First of all, yes, you're absolutely right. Second of all, that story or that mission is not explained well at all because it's like, go get the spy. So I ran up to the tank and I'm like, here I am.
Nothing's happening.
And then you find out by Fortnite vaulting your way around this level that there's a spy that's not on the tank for some reason or something.
Yeah.
This game's stupid, man. I don't know.
Maybe my favorite part of the alternate universe stuff that you're talking about, real world versus Army Men world,
right,
was how Plastro's like evil genius plan or whatever, one of his big evil things is that he gets magnifying glasses from the real world and then uses them to burn Army men alive.
I love that so much. And they do like the film grain on it. It's like,
they do.
The boys at war. Torture in the big city.
Insane, dude. So cool. This wasn't a kid's game.
I think maybe in Air Attack or something, he's like turning green men tan or something. That freaked me out as a kid. I don't know. Totally. Stuff like that and like brainwashing stuff freaks me out. Turning people into spiders, not so bad.
That didn't freak you out, huh? Are you not too afraid of spiders?
It's so ridiculous that they don't justify it or like explain it or
It's just this big yellow blob that people are going into and spiders are coming out of.
They like crawl in like it's like the Playland at McDonald's and then a spider comes out and it's like, don't turn my boy into a spider. Like what?
Yeah.
There's ants or something. I feel like when you kill the ant, he says something about ants or something. I'm like, what?
That's right.
Frickin' ants. Oh, I take back everything I've said about this game because it has the best mechanic of any game, which is you get a mine detector and then you slowly walk through a minefield and then he gets to a mine and he points at the ground and then he goes, there's a mine here. And then there's a mine there. That's what video games are for.
And sometimes you hit a minefield and then it's like, well, I didn't find the mine detector, so I guess I'll just roll the dice on this one.
Yep. Run through, jump a lot, and hope for the best. Hope you're not escorting someone through that section of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That half. If you're a good Christian, let's rank this thing and get the hell out of here.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you like how they just ape Toy Story at the end where it's Christmas time and you have to run away from the dog?
Yeah, come on. Yeah, like they just obviously put, Oh, gross.
Oh, well.
I don't care for this game.
They can't all be winners.
Boy, RE0's really far down this list.
It is. I would say this is definitely worse than that.
Yes, sir. I would put this around Sonic and the Secret Rings. I don't think, like, I never want to think about this game or play it again.
Oh, I agree. Sure. How about above Sonic and the Secret Rings?
Yeah.
Below Tail Sky Patrol?
Yeah, I would rather play Tail Sky Patrol.
I agree.
We're putting the two apostrophe games next to each other.
Ooh, that's fun.